Hello, and welcome to episode 123 of I'm the Tigers, the podcast with an eye on the Telford Tigers. Before we get on to anything Tigers related, I think there's probably one place really where I want to kick off, and that is with regards to the league as a whole. And we have new champions as well. So yeah, massive congratulations to Swindon Wildcats, who are confirmed as league champions. Done it with 3 weeks to spare, so pretty decent campaign. Made sure it hasn't sort of gone down to the final game or the final weekend or anything like that. Consistent throughout the season. Just been churning results out left, right, centre. That's how you win the league. Massive congratulations to Swindon Wildcats on that achievement. Telford Tigers. Well, 3 games across the 2 teams to get stuck into. So let's kick off with Tigers 2. Just the 1 game this weekend for Tigers 2, and that was a home fixture against the Widnes Wild. Obviously, last weekend, the Cup final against D-side, and a loss there. Was there any hangover from that? Early signs, quite simply, but no. I think it was like about 28 shots to 2 in the first period, 5-0 up, all 5 goals in about the first 15 minutes. Absolutely cruising. Kind of like pick out how many you want. It was almost starting to feel like. Second period, stayed in control, didn't add to the scoreline somehow, and did concede a goal whilst short-handed, make it 5-1 going into the third. And then, it all started to go, well, a bit wrong. It's probably a little bit too far, but certainly it turned out to be not quite as comfortable a night as it was looking at one stage. It became 5-2, then 5-3, then 5-4. Though with about a minute and a half to go, Widnes picked up a penalty. Game over now, surely. Bound to. Particularly when they then pulled the netminder to give themselves 5 skaters. And indeed, there was a goal for Widnes to level. And that was it. Yeah, went to overtime. 4 unanswered goals in the third from Widnes, took it to overtime. Minute and a half, 2 minutes into overtime. Vladimir Luka doing what Vladimir Luka does best, let's be completely honest. Finds the goal. 6-5 win for Tigers, 2 in overtime. If somebody had told me that game was going to go to overtime at the end of the first, no way. Even at the end of the second, no way. And in fact, probably halfway through the third, I still said, no way. So, a bit of a late flurry there from Widnes Wild. Don't know. Maybe a bit of a hanger, whatever. But Tigers 2 were quite short-benched as well last night. Trying to count, watch on the stream, I think there were 13 skaters, so yeah. Not ideal, but hey, a win's a win at the end of the day. That's what the record books are going to show. Telford Tigers, 2 games this weekend, so Saturday night was at home against Romford Raiders. Watch this one on the stream. Bit of a seesaw game. Right, let's cut straight to the result, I think, which was an 8-6 Tigers win. Positives. Lots of goals. Scoring 8 goals, always a good sign. Realistically, you're probably not going to lose many games in which you score 8 times. And also, it's probably worth adding as well, Cole Ceci, he's not exactly the league's worst netminder, is he? Definitely some positives there. The negatives, well, conceding 6. I know I've said you're not going to lose many games where you score 8, and that is true. On the flip side, you're probably not going to win a massive amount of games where you're conceding 6. Coughed up a couple in the first, both to Jarrett Baker, who is he's an import, but defenseman, I believe. It was. In some ways, it was almost like a. If you wanted to say, right, define Telford Tigers, that would have been the game to show. We'd concede a couple of goals, then we'd go and score 2 or 3 goals. It was sort of quite streaky both ways. Some great attacking play, so the defensive stuff was like far from ideal. It was the perfect way of encapsulating what it could be like watching the Tigers, quite simply. Could have 5 minutes where it's like scoring goals for fun, and then 5 minutes where, defensively, it it's not sort of as strong as it should be. But yeah, 2 more points, and the bonus of those 2 points being as well, that's qualification for the playoffs secured. Which, you know, I mean, after the past couple of seasons, I'm certain we're going to take with sort of 3.5 weeks of the season left to go. So yeah, rest of the season, it's house money, I believe is the saying. Sort of nothing as such to play for. And yeah, Sunday night headed down to Peterborough, a rink that I don't think we necessarily had the greatest amount of success in. I mean, I don't think we're alone in that, but yeah, I don't think we had a great amount of success. So 15 minutes in, 3-0 being the score line. I was surprised that it was 3-0 in favour of Tigers. Then able to make it 4-1, but 3 goals in, I think it was about 6 minutes from Phantoms levelled it up before a late power play goal from David Thompson to secure his hat-trick gave the Tigers a 5-4 win on the road. So a nice 4-point weekend there for the Telford Tigers. As I said, playoffs all secured. You know, obviously very happy with the fact that you know, we're not taking it to the final weekend like we did last season. You know, it's secured with secured with 7 games to go. So obviously that's a good place to be in. In terms of the rest of the regular season, I don't think we're going to finish 8th, quite simply. I don't think we're just going to get overhauled by the distance. On the flip side, I don't think we're going to be able to get 5th. So we are very much playing with Milton Keynes for who finishes 6th and who finishes 7th, which of course in terms of the playoff groups is going to have absolutely no impact whatsoever. We'll be playing teams who are 2nd and 3rd. Yeah, let's see what it brings. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but then again, if you know we somehow did finish 5th or somehow did finish 8th, that wouldn't be easy either. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But you know, we're in the playoffs. Anything can happen. I mean, we've certainly got the offence to go out and have a really good playoff run. Conversely, some of the defensive stuff at times could be, yeah, could just put it well off the rails and pretty quickly. So that's where Tigers are at. Next weekend, or the upcoming weekend, all eyes, I'm going to be honest, it's on Tigers too. Solihull Barons are coming to town. Looking forward to that one. Expecting a lively game with that. So yeah, I'll be up at Telford Ice Rink for that one to see what that brings. In terms of question of the week, it's standard one at this kind of time. So looking back on February, it's standard 2-parter. Part 1, who was player of the month for your team? And part 2, who was player of the month for the league or across the league? As always, I'll get it out on the socials. Looking forward to reading what you think with regards to those 2 questions. But in terms of this episode, that's it. I'll be back this time next week. Bye for now.